I'm going to go ahead and tell you a story that I'm sure has happened to many of us. We're going to the bank. Well, we're going to numerous banks, and we're trying to find a box of pennies to hunt. Because of the supposed coin shortage, they can be really rare to find. But the bank teller comes through, and they get you that box of pennies, and you're excited. It's been forever since you've been able to hunt some. You rip it open, and what's in front of you? An entire box of uncirculated shield pennies. What do we do now? Do we search them? Surely there can't be anything good to find in shield pennies. Can there really? Well, that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Now, you're not always going to get an entire box of shield pennies to search through, but sometimes the rolls that you are hunting can be heavily laden with them. And so, again, we're going to be going over and seeing if modern shield scent errors are the right fit for you and your collection. Being that the modern shield scent design is only 10 years old, coming out in 2010, there are actually a surprising number of errors, 23 to be exact, and not while there's an error for every year and mint mark, there is quite a variety to choose from. Now, for the sake of time, we won't be going in depth on each and every single detail of each error, but we will be doing the broad strokes and really seeing if these are the type of errors that you like to collect. Before we get into the different types of errors, I would like to go over just some of the pros and cons of adding shield scent errors to your collections. And right off the bat, you like the style and these types of errors. That's one of the main things that drives us to collect. We like these things and we want to add them to it. Another thing is you plan on collecting further into the future and like to speculate. One thing that I feel some collectors can be nearsighted on is what is not collected today will not be preserved for the future. So when we're old and we look back on our early 2000 coins and they weren't collected like they were some from the earlier 20th century, there's not going to be a lot of nice mint grade states for these coins. And so I think some coins are worth speculation on these. And that brings us to a third point, is you're having someone who might inherit your collection. And my nephew is very keen on collecting coins, and I hope that's something that he carries on. And my coin collection will most likely end up going to him when I leave. So one thing that I do when I'm collecting coins is I have him in mind. I want to make sure that I'm leaving him a nicer collection for certain things that might be worth money for when he's older. And the last one, and this is really a simple one, it's easy to acquire mint state grades right now. We can get them right out of the rolls from the mint. So really easy to acquire those MS grades for these newer coins. The grading is crucial. And next we'll go over to the cons. And as of right now, honestly, a lot of these coins do not command a high numismatic value. And you might not ever see these coins gaining that value either. Another reason this might not be the right for your collection is you might have already have some and you don't wish to expand on it. And last of all, you only collect certain years or types. These might not just fall into what you want to collect. It's as simple as that. Now, all the errors that are being listed in this video today can be found on varietyvista.com, and they have loads of information. If you've never checked out this website, please do. They offer tons of double die obverses, reverses, repunched mint marks, and over mint marks from all US denominations from the early 1800s up until the present day. Alright, now after all that setup, let's go over to our first error. And this is going to be in 2011, and it's the DDO. And so there's going to be 3 different kinds. The first one is going to show some extra thickness on the date, the motto, and liberty. And so you can see on the top of the 2 how that curve is. You can see the extra thickness on the top curve and the bottom point on the 2. And on the northeast and southwest sides of the 0, you can see that spreading as well. And moving over to the G and O, you can see a little bit of splitting as well as on the BER on Liberty. Now at the bottom on the 2011 is a double die reverse, and there's 2 of these as well. Now with these, you'll be looking at the initials. And so for the first one, you can see that the vertical line of the J is thicker than the horizontal line of the J. Same is true for the F. You notice that vertical line coming down the F is a lot thicker than the 2 horizontal lines coming out. And then the second type is on the LB. Again, with the spreading on the vertical lines. The next error is going to occur in 2013 in the form of 2 double die reverses, each with varying thickness on the initials LB and United States of America. On to 2014, we have 3 double die obverses, all with varying thickness on the date, motto, and there's actually some notches on Liberty that you can see in the middle picture there. And you can see on the top of 2014 that strong spreading on the top, and on US you can see spreading on the southwest corners of the letters. As far as errors go, 2015 was a busy year. In the Philadelphia Mints, there were 3 different double die obverses and 1 double die reverse created. Now with the obverse, there's going to be varying degrees of spreading on the date, liberty, and the motto. And then on the reverse, it's going to be spreading on the initials JFM and just States of America. Now there was also a double die obverse for the 2015 out of Denver, but that's going to be put in a different group later on in the video. As we get near the end, here's another group of very similar types of errors. And for 2016, 17, 18, and 19, all coming from the Philadelphia Mints, you can see medium thickness on Liberty, or on the date and trust, or date and Liberty. And with the 2019, there's medium thickness on the date, and then light spreading on the RT and Y of Liberty. And the second error for 2019 has strong thickness on the date, Liberty, Trust, and the profile of Lincoln. Here we come to the last section of errors and wrapping up this decade. And I hope you're all ears for this one, because all these errors have spreading on them, which results in an extra earlobe. Yes, in 2015 from Denver, there's going to be 2 different double die obverses, and then there's one from 2018 and 2019, again, both of them coming from the Denver Mints. Now, these are going to be a little bit different from the extra earlobes that you used to see on the memorial cents. These are not die chips. This is actually spreading. It's an actual double die. And to see these, say under a microscope, depending on how your lighting is on the table, you might need to rotate your pennies around a little bit, and that will help expose that extra lobe. And I've shown those on some other videos before. And this wraps up today's video on shield cents and are they worth collecting? And what do you think? Do you think that any of these coins might garner some value in the future, write it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, this is Ross with Coins and Coffee, and I'll catch y'all next time.